Yes. I have tricks in my pockets. I have things up my sleeve. But I'm the opposite of a stage magician. He gives you the illusion that has the appearance of the truth. But I give you the truth in the pleasant disguise of illusion. To begin with, I turn back time. I reverse it to the 30s. In Spain, there was a revolution. Here there was only shouting and confusion. In Spain, there was Guernica. Here, there were disturbances, sometimes pretty violent in otherwise peaceful cities, such as Chicago, Cleveland, and St. Louis. This is the social background of the play. The play's memory. And being a memory, it is sentimental, it is dimly lighted, it is not realistic. I am the narrator of this play, and also a character in it. The other characters are my mother, Amanda, my sister Laura, and a gentleman caller who appears in the final scenes. He is the most realistic character in this play, being an emissary of a world of reality that we were somehow set apart for. But since I have a poet's weakness for symbols, I'm also using this character as a symbol. He is the one who waited, but always expected something that we live for. There is a fifth character in this play who does not appear except in this larger-than-life-size photograph over the mantle. This is our father who left us a long time ago. He was a telephone man, well in love with long distances. The last we heard from him was from a picture postcard containing a message of 2 words. Hello, goodbye, and no address. I think the rest of the play will explain itself.
Tom!
Yes, Mother?
We can't say grace until you come to the table.
Coming, Mother.
Honey, don't push with your fingers. If you have to push with something, the thing to push with is a crust of bread. And chew! Chew! Animals have section in the stomach which enable them to digest food without mastication. But human beings are supposed to chew their food before they swallow it down. Eat food leisurely, son, and really enjoy it. A well-cooked meal has lots of delicate flavors that have to be held in the mouth for appreciation. So chew your food and give your salivary glands a chance to function.
I haven't enjoyed one bite of this dinner because of the constant directions on how to eat it. All this discussion of animal secretion, salivary glands, mastication.
Temper look like a metropolitan star. But you're not excused from the table.
I'm getting a cigarette.
You smoke too much.
I'll bring in the black lunch.
No, sister, you be the lady this time, and I'll be the servant.
But I'm already up.
Resume your seat, little sister. I want you to stay fresh and pretty, for gentlemen callers.
But I'm not expecting any gentleman callers.
Oh, well, sometimes they come when they're least expected. Well, I remember one Sunday afternoon in Blue Mountain, when I was still a girl.
I know what's coming.
Yes, but let her go.
Again?
She loves to tell it.
One Sunday afternoon in Blue Mountain, your mother received 17 gentlemen callers. Well, sometimes there weren't chairs enough to accommodate them all. We had to send a servant over to the parish house to get folding chairs.
How did you entertain all those gentlemen callers?
I understood the art of conversation.
I bet you could talk.
Girls in those days knew how to talk, I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They knew how to entertain the gentlemen callers.
Fanny, what did you talk about?
Well, things of importance going on in the world. Nothing coarse or common or vulgar, of course. My callers were gentlemen. Oh, among my callers were some of the most prominent planters of the Mississippi Delta. Well, planters and sons of planters. And then I picked your father.
Mother, let me clear the table.
No, sister, you go in front and study the typewriter chart. Or practice your shorthand a little. Stay fresh and pretty. It's almost time for the gentlemen callers to start arriving. How many do you suppose we will entertain this afternoon?
Oh, I don't believe we're going to receive any, Mother.
What? No one! Not one! You must be joking! Not one gentleman caller. It can't be true. There must have been a flood. Huh? There must have been a tornado.
No, it isn't a flood. It's not a tornado, Mother. I'm just not popular like you were in Blue Mountain. Mother's afraid I'm going to be an old me.
Deception?
Hello, Mother.
Deception?
How was the DAR meeting? Didn't you go to the DAR meeting, Mother?
No. No. I do not have the strength to go to the DAR. In fact, I do not have the courage. I wanted to find a hole and hide myself in it forever.
Why did you do that?
Why? Why? How old are you, Roy?
You know my age.
I thought you were an adult. It seems that I was mistaken.
Has something happened?
What are we going to do? What is going to become of us? What is the future?
I wish you could just tell me what's happened.
As you know, I was supposed to be inducted into my office at the DIR this afternoon. But I stopped off at Rubicon's Business College to talk to your teacher about your having a cold and ask them what progress they thought you were making down there. Oh. I went to your typing instructor and introduced myself as your mother. Winfield, she said. We don't have such students enrolled in the school. Oh no, I said. Laura, my daughter, has been going to school every day for the past 6 weeks. Excuse me, she said. And then she take the attendance book out, and there was your name, unmistakably printed, and all the dates that you have missed until they decided that you have dropped out of school. I felt so weak I could barely keep on my feet. I had to sit down when they got me a glass of water. $50 tuition. My hopes and ambitions for you just gone out the spout. Just gone out the spout like that. Laura! Where have you been going to when you've gone out pretending that you're going to business college?
I've just been going out, walking.
Walking? Walking in winter? Deliberately for pneumonia. And where did you walk to?
All sorts of places. Mostly in the park.
Even after you start catching that cold?
Oh, it was the lesser of two evils, Mother.
From 7:30 until 5 every day. You mean to tell me that you walk around in the park because you wanted to make me think that you were still going to Rubicon's Business College?
It wasn't as bad as it sounds. I went inside places to get warmed up.
Inside where?
I went in the art museum and the birdhouses at the zoo. And then I visited the penguins every day. Oh, and sometimes I went without lunch and went to the movies. And lately I've been spending my afternoons in the jewel box. That great glass house where there is tropical flowers. Why? Mother, when you're disappointed, you make that awful suffering look on your face, like the picture of Jesus' mother in the museum.
So what are we going to do for the rest of our lives, huh? Stay home, watch the parade go by, amuse ourselves with the Glass Menagerie, darling. Eternally, lately, worn-out photograph your father has left us a painful reminder of him. I know so well what become of unmarried women who aren't ready to occupy a position. I've seen such cases in the South. Married, tolerated spinsters, living upon the grudging patronage of sister's husband or brother's wife, stuck away in some mousetrap of a room. Little bird like a woman without a nest, eating the crust of humility all their lives. Now is that the future that we've mapped out for ourselves? Have you ever liked some boy?
Yes. I liked one once. I came across his picture a while ago.
He gave you his picture.
Oh no, it's in the yearbook.
Oh. A high school boy.
Yes. His name was Jim. Here he is, with the silver cup for the baby.
Girls that aren't cut out for business usually wind up marrying to some nice young man. Sister, that's what you do.
But Mother,
Yes, honey.
I'm crippled.
Nonsense! Laura, I've told you never to use that word. What do you know? You're not crippled. You just have a little defect. That's it. Hardly noticeable even. But people have some slight disadvantage like that. They cultivate other things to make up for it. Like charm and vivacity and charm. One thing your father had plenty of was charm.
After the fiasco at Rubicon's Business College, the idea of getting a gentleman cover began to play a more and more important part in my calculations. It became an obsession, like some archetype of the universal unconscious. The image of the gentleman cover haunted our small apartment. An evening at home rarely passed without some allusion to this image. The spectre of this hope. Mother was a woman of actions as well as words. She began to take logical steps in one direction. Late that winter, in the early spring, realizing that extra money would be needed to properly feather the nest and pull the bird, she began conducting a vigorous campaign on the telephone, roping in subscribers to one of those magazines the matrons called the Homemaker's Companion.
Oh, it's Amanda Wingfield. Oh, we missed you on the BAR last Monday. I say to myself, she must be suffering with that sinus condition. How is that sinus condition? Oh, Horrors! You are a Christian martyr. Yes, that's what you are, a Christian martyr. Well, I just now happen to notice that your subscription to the Companion's about to expire. Yes, honey. Well, yes, it expired right when that new serial written by Bessie May Hopper is getting off to such an exciting start.
What in Christ's name
Don't you
am
use
I
that
supposed to do?
Not in my presence. your
No single thing!
Stop
Give me
that
another, go my own! Yesterday, you confiscated my
I
books.
took that horrible novel back to the library, yes. Oh, that terrible way, that insane Mr. Lawrence. I cannot control the output of disease my own kidney cater to them. But I would allow such filth brought into my house. No, no,
How?
no, no.
How? Who pays rent on it? Who listens to you?
Dare.
No, I mustn't say things. I've got to.
You will listen.
No, I won't hear more.
Listen.
I won't hear more. I'm going out.
Come back.
Out, because
You
I'm...
will hear.
I'll go.
Come right back to Noblesville. I'm not through talking to you. No more insolence from you. I'm at the end of my...
Where did you live? How am I supposed to have any patience to
I
listen?
don't believe that you go to the movies every night. Nobody goes to the movie night after night, and movies don't let out at 2 a.m. Come in stumbling, muttering to yourself like a maniac. You get 3 hours of sleep, and then you go to work. I can imagine the way you're doing down there, mopping because you're in no condition.
No! I'm in no condition!
What right have you got to jeopardize your job? Jeopardize the security of us all? How do you think we would manage if...
Look! You think I'm crazy about the warehouse? You think I'm in love with the continental shoemakers? Do you think I want to spend 55 years down there in that Celtex interior with resin tubes? Look, I'd rather somebody pick a crowbar and batter my brains out and go. But I go. Every time you come in yelling that goddamn rise and shine, rise and shine, I say to myself, how lucky the people are. But I go! I wake up! I give up everything I dream of for $65 a month. And you say self. Self is all I think of. Well, what's the matter? If self is all I thought of, I'll be where he is, gone, as far as the system of transportation reaches. Don't grab at me, mother!
Where are you going now?
I'm going to the movies.
I don't believe that lie.
I'm going to opium dance! Yes. I'm going to opium dance, mother. Dance vice criminal singles. Mother, I've joined the homeless gang. I'm a hired assassin. I get it. Don't make a violent case. In a long string of crack houses in the valley. They call me killer. Killer Winfield. I'm leading a double life, mother. A simple, honest warehouse worker by day, but by night, a dynamic tsar of the underworld, mother. I go to gambling casinos. I spin away fortunes on the table. I wear a patch over one eye and wear a false mustache. And sometimes I even put on good whiskers. Oh, they call me El Diablo on those occasions. Mother, I can tell you things that will make you sleepless. My enemies want to animate this place. They're going to ball so sky high some night. I'll be glad, very happy. And so will you. You'll go up on a broomstick over Bull Mountain with 70 gentlemen callers, you agree? Public vote. Which?
I won't speak to you until you apologize.
Tom, what are you doing?
I'm looking for a key.
Where have you been all this time?
I've been to the movies.
All this time at the movies.
There was a very long program. There was a Mickey Mouse show. And a garden picture. And no, I forgot. There was a big stage show. The headline of this big stage show was Mavolo the Magician. He performed many wonderful tricks, such as pouring water back and forth between features. First, he turned into wine, then he turned into beer, and then he turned into whiskey. And you know it was finally whiskey he turned into because, well, he needed somebody to come out of the audience to help him out. And I came out, both shows! It was Kentucky straight bourbon, a very generous meal. He even gave souvenirs. What are you shushing me for?
You wake up, Mother.
Pay her back one of those rise and shines.
Rise and shine, rise and shine, rise and shine. Rise and
I'll rise, but I want to shine.
Laura, tell your brother his coffee is ready.
Don't speak to Mother this morning. Make up with her. Apologize. Speak to her.
She won't to me. It's her that's not speaking.
Well, if you just say you're sorry, she will start speaking.
That's not speaking. Is that such a tragedy?
Laura, are you going to do what I asked you to do, or do I have to get dressed and go out myself?
Going as soon as I get on my coat. Butter and what else?
Oh, just butter. Tell them to charge you.
But Mother, they make such faces when I do that.
Oh, sticks and stone may break our bones, but the expression on Mr. Garfinger's face would harm us. And tell your brother his coffee is getting cold.
Mom, do what I ask you to. Will you? Will you, Tom?
Laura, go now or just don't go at all.
Going.
Mother, I apologize, Mother, for what I said, for everything that I said. I didn't mean it.
My devotion has made me a witch, and so I made myself hateful to my children.
No, you don't.
I've had to put a solitary vow all this year. But you're my right-hand power. Don't fall down. Don't fail.
But try, Mother.
Try and you will succeed. Why, you're just full of natural talents. Both of my children. The unusual children. Don't you think I know it? I'm so proud. Happy. And feel I've got so much to be grateful for. But promise me one thing, son.
What is it, Mother?
Promise me, son, that you'll never be a drunkard.
I will never be a drunkard, Mother.
Well, that's what frightened me so. Tom, I sent out your sister so I could discuss something with you. If you hadn't spoken to me, I would have spoken to you.
What is it, Mother, that you want to discuss?
Laura.
Laura.
Well, you know how Laura is. So quiet. But still water runs deep. If she notices things, and I think she broods about them. A few days ago, I came in and she was crying.
What about?
You.
Me?
She has an idea that you're not happy here.
What gave her that idea?
What gave her any idea? However, you do act strangely. But I'm not criticizing, understand that. I know your ambitions do not lie in the warehouse. Tom, there's so much in my heart that I cannot describe for you. I never told you, but I love your father.
I know that, Mother.
And when I see you taking after his way, staying out late, and when you have been drinking the night you were in that terrifying condition. Laura said that you hate the apartment, and that you go out nights to get away from it. Is that true, Tom?
No. You see, there's so much in your heart that you can't describe to me. You see, it's the same with me. There's so much in my heart that I just can't describe to you, so let's respect.
Why, Tom? And why are you always so restless? Where do you go tonight?
I go to the movies.
Why do you go to the movies so often, Tom?
I go to the movies because I like adventure. Adventure is something that I don't have much of it at work.
Tom, you go to the movies entirely too much. However, that's not what I want to discuss. You have 5 minutes. Sit down. I want to talk about Laura.
All right. What about Laura?
We have to be making some cleansing provisions for her. Well, she's older than you. 2 years. And nothing has happened. It frightened me how she just drifts along, doing nothing.
I guess she's just the type that people call homegirls.
There is no such type. If there is, it's a pity.